Back to my classes, view assignments. If we scroll back down, the one that we just got into, which has moved into a different place. Now, here's what you have to understand. This is from a student that's no longer in our class. So a lot of the things that this student has done are not started. So I've assigned these to all the students. A lot of these are not started. Once we did the one that we just did and started it, it moved into the purple. So now it's down here when you're looking for it. You started it. That's ELA. We have not yet started math. Okay? So let's get that started. Choices are real world, estimation and reasonableness, number patterns, two-dimensional figures, symmetry. These are the four standards that we put into our packets. If you would have gotten the packets, same thing in study out. Right, so let's go with real world, estimation and reasonableness. Lesson, practice. All right, so let's do the lesson. Lesson is a bunch of examples, very similar to what you would have seen on the in the packet. I think actually these got printed out in the packet as well. So Priscilla is packing for a trip. She packed 4 pairs of black socks and W pairs of white socks. In all, she packed 20 socks. Which equation represents this situation? Now, if you go to the first day's video, I explained all of this, so I won't do it again. The videos, if you can find this video, you can find those videos. I broke it down on paper and the whole nine, so you can look it up there. But this is just giving you an example. If you just want to run through it yourself of how to break down each of these. One other thing I did, and you'll see in that video, is I went through process of elimination and said why each couldn't be the case. So it's important to watch that video. All right, so then let's move on from our lesson to our first question. Back into real world. Now we're doing practice. All right, Renee has 9 marbles and 9 red marbles and 11 blue marbles. Fiona has 4 times as many red marbles as Fiona has 4 times as many red marbles and 3 times as many blue marbles as Renee. Fiona says she has about 50 red and blue marbles. Is her statement reasonable? What I did for this one was I went to each of these and I determined what I thought was, I did the math for all of them and sort of did process of elimination. I don't have my camera set up. We talked about that before. Actually, I do think I do have math here on this notebook in front of me. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So this is kind of how I did it. We'll switch over to back to the camera and see if you guys can see it from my straight ahead camera. Might be backwards. I think it's probably backwards. So basically the gist of it was that I took the number that Renee had and I took what they said that Fiona had and did the math, right? So if they're saying that Fiona has 4 times, and we'll go back to the actual problem itself. If they're saying that Fiona there we go. If they're saying, let's put me in both of these. All right. If they're saying that Fiona has 9 red marbles and 11 blue marbles, I'm sorry, if Renee has that, and Fiona has 4 times as many, what I did was I took 4 times R, which was red, and for Fiona or for Renee, that was 9, and then 3 times B, which is blue, and for Renee, that was 11. So 4 times 9 was 36, 3 times 11 was 33. The total number of marbles was 69. But what they're asking is the estimations, right? So Fiona had 36 red marbles and 33 blue marbles. So if we're looking at this, which is the closest to what Fiona had if we are rounding, right? So that would be 40 red marbles because Fiona had 36 and 30 blue marbles because she had 33. You round up from 36 and then down from 33. So there we go. The crab tells us we got it. We're good to go. Here's the explanation. I'll leave that up for just a second. In fact, I will also make that the only thing that you can see. So you can have a couple of seconds with that. And again, what it said was the approximate number of red marbles that Fiona can be calculated shown below. 10 times 4. What they did that's different from what I did was they rounded up before they did the math. I did the actual numbers. They rounded up first. So meaning this, they took the number of red marbles Renee had, 9, and rounded it up to 10. And then Fiona had 4 times as many, so that's 40. So I did 9 times 4, which gave me 36, and I rounded 36 up. So there's different ways to do it. This is the way they chose to do it. So there you go. All right, so that is how you navigate. I'm going to go ahead and save my session. Okay, that's how you navigate this. Some information for parents or for students, for that matter. If you go to reports, this is where you guys can take a look at some of the stuff that you've been doing, right? So individual subject report, individual summary report, program, class. You can go in here and just say, okay, how am I doing on my 4th grade mastery? 4th grade mastery, and so let's pick 4th grade math. Okay, this does just it by individual subject. This does all the subjects. This is a writing portfolio, Arizona, and 4th grade for the whole year. There should be a report in here, and if I find it, I will let you guys know where it is. That talks about the amount of time you're on and how good you're doing. If you guys want those, I can teach you how to track them down. I think you might have to log in as a parent or a teacher, so that I can find out. Okay, a couple other things we need to talk about real quick is the